It's amazing, isn't it, really, what you can do when you got a little tape?
Swamp Donkey Radio, Swamp Donkey Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, kings and queens, swashbucklers and scallywags. Welcome to Swamp Donkey Radio. My name is Janine.
And this is Naughty.
And this week, we're actually back to the regular format.
It's hat time, bitches.
Yeah. So you might have guessed, by the title that we're actually going to be talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. Just so that you guys know, there will be spoilers.
And swearing.
There will be profanity. It's on the podcast warning always.
Warning.
But yeah, this is a South African podcast about media. Basically anything you can become a fan of, be it books, video games, art in general. Anything.
And again, we're really sorry that it keeps being movies. That's really not our choice. It's just what we pull out of the hat.
Yeah, I'm actually very hopeful that at the end of this episode, we'll be pulling out something that isn't a movie.
So, suggest more stuff that ain't movies.
Yeah, but please still suggest movies. If it's movies, it's movies. If you guys want us to review anything, it's fine. I don't mind.
My dick is a terrible suggestion.
Naughty. How has your week been?
It has been busy, interesting, terrible. I want it to end. It needs to be over already.
Okay.
But I had a good time. I went to a few new bars with my friends.
Nice.
There's a beach-themed place. Cannot remember the name. It's going to be nicer when it's warmer. Well, I mean, today is freaking hot, so...
Yeah, it's summer over here.
It would have been perfect for today. And I judged a beauty contest this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. I do some
what
weird
contest
stuff.
was that?
Miss...
You can't just fucking oh yeah, I did this.
Miss Francophone South Africa. So they answered all their questions in French.
Oh, is that what a francophone is?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was some kind of weird sex thing.
What? No. Oh my gosh. No, it was interesting. My little bit of French and Spanish helped me a lot.
Oui, oui.
Monsieur? Yes. So that was interesting. A lot of fun.
Oh. And then obviously you watched Pirates this week?
Yes, and that in preparation for today, I watched Pirates.
Yes.
And also I binge watched Vikings.
Ooh, how is it?
I still love it.
Okay.
Yeah. The fight scenes, choreography is terrible, but everything else is beautiful. I turn away for the gore, cannot do the blood and...
Oh, okay.
Ugh. But, I mean, it's just beautifully filmed. It's really like an art student's just
Wet
puked
dream.
out whatever he was thinking, and it's gorgeous.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. We'll put it in the hat then.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, your week.
My week. My weekend. Well, the last weekend I actually got my new PC.
Yay!
It was fucking time. I've been using the same PC for the last 6-7 years now. Been upgrading parts piece by piece, but then eventually the old parts that I haven't replaced just started fucking out. So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna invest and buy a new PC. And now I'm very happy with the new PC.
Give me everything new.
Gaming and editing and everything's gonna be a lot smoother.
Yay!
Speaking of editing, I'm not going to go into too much details, but Marius and I have been talking today about some interesting things. Maybe a return of something cool or something? I don't know.
Play? What? Play?
What?
What?
No,
What?
huh?
What?
No, I
What are you
didn't
talking
know.
about?
And I watched Pirates of the Caribbean 5 as well.
How was that?
I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's not the best.
Duh.
It was okay. But it hints towards the sixth one being possibly, I don't want to hype it up for myself. I know I'm gonna, but I'll just put it this way. If a sixth one's gonna be made, I'm fucking there.
You're gonna hate it.
Maybe. Maybe I should just walk into that mindset. I have that mindset when I walk into any Marvel movie, for example. Any Marvel movie, I'm going to go, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to hate. This is the one I'm not going to like at all. Not even like meh. Like, I'm going to walk into this movie and go like, this is going to be shit. And then I always walk out, satisfied. Because it's like, yeah, I had low expectations for this movie and it turned out great. Even the ones that people said were like shitty, like a lot of people said Ant-Man was shitty. I walked out going like, fuck yeah, that was a cool movie. I liked it.
So guys, that is the best way to live your life. Have low expectations.
Oh yeah. Welcome to my life. I mean, if you meet me, then that's just the lesson you learn.
Okay. Hopefully we don't have fans one day.
Okay, well, I'm just kidding. And then, other than that, just played Overwatch. I played Shantae, half Genie Hero. Quick history. I'm gonna put it in the hat because it's quite a short game, so we can actually play it together. We can actually beat it together because it's quite short. It's an indie game, but it started. The series started as a Game Boy game, and it was one of the last Game Boy games to come out. And that game's fucking rare now. The original Shantae.
So you don't have the original, do you?
Of Shantae? No, it's fuck rare. Like, good luck finding that in South Africa. Whoever that maybe like one or two people, are who actually have Shantae. A boxed copy of that is worth like hundreds of dollars, so fuck me.
Nah, I'm good.
But yeah, then it's a few other games came out for Shantae, like on the DS, DSi. And then the other one that came out was Half G. No. It was a Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which was pretty cool. It's made by Way Forward. And some of the people from Way Forward made Shovel Knight, which is also a very successful indie game. And this one was actually funded by Kickstarter. And yeah, it's it's cute. It's really well animated and cute. And it's very self-referential. Like, it's very self-aware. But yeah, don't want to get too much into it, but that's definitely going to come into that. It's going to go in the hat, and we're going to review it. All right, but I think that's enough of us jibber jabbering. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll talk about Pirates 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys in a bit. Dear listeners, welcome back. So, we're going to be talking about Pirates of the Caribbean 1 to 3. So let's start from the top. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. And then Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Oh, I thought it was...
at World's End. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
I was going to say, I thought it was Pirates of the Caribbean and Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
That's what I would have called it. I was there just for the Kraken. Very disappointing.
Take a Kraken at it. But yeah, okay, so let's do a basic plot summary. Like we said, there's spoilers, so just, be mindful of that. But I mean, these movies, we just found out, At World's End is 10 years old.
Yeah. No, thanks for making me feel super old.
It came out in May 2007. Jeez. Okay.
It doesn't feel like 10 years ago.
I know, it feels like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right?
But then again, On Stranger Tides came out, and now the new one as well. So it's like, okay, 2 movies, and they took kind of a break between the movies. So we feel very old. That's the takeaway from this. Okay, so basic plot summary of Curse of the Black Pearl. Go.
Pirates steal gold, and it is cursed. And was it Aztec gold?
Yes.
I think it was Aztec gold. Yeah. Steal Aztec gold. They're cursed. They have to gather all the coins and make a blood sacrifice to undo the curse. There's a love story. Yeah.
With the characters.
Dang it. Okay. So,
yes.
Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann are the two of the main characters.
Yeah.
Will Turner was rescued as a little boy. His ship has been attacked by pirates. He has a medallion around his neck. Elizabeth Swann like is there when they rescue him, and for some odd reason she decides she steals the medallion.
And she's a nobleman's daughter.
Yeah. And then so they grow up and they like each other a lot, but can't because she's noble and he's not. And then the pirates come and they attack the town. And they're like, bitches, we're here for the medallion or the coin, whatever. And then they abduct Elizabeth, thinking that she is the bloodline that needs to be sacrificed
Yeah.
to release the curse. Turns out it's not. And in between all of this love drama, a super badass / idiotic pirate comes into the picture.
The reason most people watch these movies.
Exactly. Mr. Jack Sparrow.
Played by
Johnny
none other than the Mr. Johnny Depp, who is ancient now, but he still looks fucking good.
Yeah, he doesn't age. He did actually find the Fountain of Youth, but that's a whole different movie.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're not talking about that.
So Will is like, bitches, I'm gonna go find my lady and chase after these pirates. And the pirates take her and they're like, we're gonna kill you. Blood sacrifice. And this is a very long summary for the easiest
I was just
plot.
gonna say like basic plot summary.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, turns out she's not bloodline. Will goes after her. This is a whole convoluted little thing. Lots of running around, lots of pirate fights. In the end, they become friends with Jack Sparrow. Inserts, but why is the rum gone line here? And everyone ends happily ever after. The curse is broken. Will and Elizabeth end up together. Yay! That is the movie.
Wow, that was a really long plot summary.
Sorry.
Okay, do you mind if I do the second and the
Do
third
the
one
second and the third.
kind of just quicker?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
so basically, Jack Sparrow, we're focusing on Jack Sparrow at first, and then we find out, oh shit, he's in trouble. Like, oh fuck, he's been cursed with something. But,
What's new?
yeah, because he's a little troublemaker, and he gets in trouble with a lot of bad pirates. Oh, also, in the first movie, the reason why the movie was called Curse of the Black Pearl was because of the ship. The ship is called the Black Pearl, and it's Jack Sparrow's ship, but Captain Barbossa, played by Jeffrey Rush,
Steals it.
stole it, and it was cursed along with them. And then at the end, Jack gets his ship back, basically. At the start of Dead Man's Chest, he gets his crew. You know, he's a swashbuckler in a way, and then Will Turner's dad shows up back from the dead, basically. Which turns out he wasn't dead. He was actually fake dead. No, he was taken aboard the Flying Dutchman, which is the ship of Davy Jones, as in Davy Jones' locker, if you've heard of that phrase before. He is a cursed pirate who does not like Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow finds out, no, he's cursed. He has the black spot. And basically the whole first movie is like, well, the whole Dead Man's Chest is Jack Sparrow trying to get rid of it, trying to lift the curse, and finding a way to lift that curse. They meet a witch called Tia Dalma, and she basically tells them about the story of Davy Jones and how his heart is
In a box.
in a box. He locked his heart away because he was in love with
Someone. He
with
was in love with someone.
Someone.
And she broke his heart.
Yeah, and that's basically the summary of Dead Man's Chest. There was big fights, big fancy fucking fights. There's also the plot of the East India Trading Company, which is basically the British Navy, kind of. I'd say that's the bit, like the quote unquote good guys. You know, the guys we're not supposed to root for, but they're actually the good guys because
They're the
pirates.
assholes that chase after the pirates.
Yeah, and one of the characters is Captain James Norrington. He was supposed to marry Elizabeth Swann, but then he kind of like he wants to like revenge. You know, he wants vengeance on Jack Sparrow and Will Turner, and he kind of joins their crew at one stage. You know, they all go out and search for Davy Jones's heart. By the way, James Norrington's played by Jack Davenport. Actually a really good actor. But yeah, that's basically the plot of
The second one.
the second one. At the end, Jack Sparrow gets swallowed up whole, along with his ship.
By the Kraken!
The Kraken, which is Davy Jones's pet
It's a
squid thing
cutie
monster.
pie.
Huge. Awesome theme song. The best theme song for a monster, period. Like, in general. Love that theme song. And yeah, so at the very, very, very end, Tion Dalma talks with Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, and she goes like, well, you're gonna need to get him back. And they're like, oh, fuck, how are we gonna get him back? And then down from the steps comes Captain Barbossa, back from the dead, because he was killed in the first movie.
I love that man's voice.
Yeah. He literally has the pirate voice.
Yeah.
Like, "Yarr."
Yar.
So then, the third one, which is basically like the big war one, the big climactic finish to a 6-movie franchise.
3.
Well,
What?
it's actually a 6-movie franchise
Yeah.
now, if
Well,
the
now.
6th one's gonna come out. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a climactic ending, but there's more after that. So, we're introduced to a new pirate, called Xiao Feng, and he is played by Chow Yun-fat.
I think he was introduced in the second movie, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Because
I-
in the second movie, the reason why they need to get Jack Sparrow back is because he is one of the 9 pirate lords.
Yeah, he is.
And that whole little subplot is introduced in the second one, if I'm not mistaken.
I watched them all at once. So
See,
I kinda
that's why I
confused
was
it.
like, you can do the second and third because it's a big, like the second and third just blend into one for me.
They do, because I'm actually going to say this now. The second and the third one, they were shot as one movie.
There we go.
They were, well, not shot as one movie, but they were shot in tandem.
Yeah.
Like they were shot as if it was one movie,
Yeah.
and then it was split into 2.
Yeah.
It was
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was directed by the same guy. All 3 movies were directed by Gore Verbinski.
Mm-hmm.
It was written as one big movie, but it was kind of split in 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably why I forgot that Chow Yun-fat isn't. Are you sure he's not in the third one?
He's in the third
No,
one.
he's not.
He's
only
definitely in the third
No,
one.
I mean only in the third one. Hold on, I'm gonna research this. Hold on. He's only in the third one. He's introduced
he?
in the third one when they're
Okay,
in China.
but the whole pirates
the pirate
Lord
Lord
thing
yes,
was
yes.
in the second one.
Yes, they
Okay.
introduced that
Okay, okay.
because they have the pieces of silver.
Yeah.
But that plot becomes a lot more important from the get-go of the third movie because they do the pirate's call, the
Yeah.
song. And so they introduce Chow Yun-fat, who is also a pirate lord, and they're looking for a map, and that map leads to Davy Jones' locker. Essentially, it leads to the land of the dead, and that's where they're going. And then you find out that Jack Sparrow's compass is actually a magical compass, and it leads you to your heart's desire.
Isn't that in the second one
Yes,
though?
yes, it is. That I just
Yeah.
wanted to add it, but
Yeah.
that helps them find
Yeah.
it as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, then they basically sail to the underworld, which is an awesome scene. The scene where the ship just like flips over and stuff. Naughty's giving me this look of like, that's lame.
No, I'm not like it's lame. I'm just like, that is a very long acid dream.
I love that. I love that scene so much. Okay. Basically what needs to happen is all the pirate lords need to convene.
Because they're still fighting against the
East India Trading Company, yes. And then spoilers, but they get, Jack Sparrow comes back with them. They convene. Elizabeth Swann becomes a pirate lord.
No, not just a pirate lord. She then becomes pirate
King.
King.
Pirate king.
Pirate king / queen. Anyway,
I mean,
and she's the one that decides, hey, mother suckers, we're going to war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then big war starts, and it's the pirates versus the East India Trading Company, and then in the end, it's Davy Jones versus
Everyone.
everyone, and the Kraken comes, and fucking big war. It's a big fight scene movie, and it's awesome. Swashbuckling adventure and shit.
And then Will Turner turns into Davy Jones because
Basically,
someone
yeah.
needs to ferry the Dutchman. Needs
Yeah.
to ferry the dead.
They finally kill Davy Jones by stabbing his heart in the box. Will Turner gets stabbed in the heart, and then they decide, what's the only solution to do this, to keep his heart in stasis? We're gonna put his heart in this box to help him live.
But it's a fucking crappy lifestyle because he gets one day on land
Per year, I think.
per 10 years.
Per 10 years, yeah. So he can't step on land at all. He needs to stay on the Flying Dutchman and become like a fish dude.
Yeah.
So,
Poor
yeah.
Elizabeth.
That was a very concise summary of the plot. But anyway,
Anyway,
sorry
that's
for that.
so many fucking subplots. We didn't even.
Yeah, we didn't even
touch
talk about
half of it.
Pintel and
No,
Rigetti. We
never
did-
mind.
yeah, okay. So the visual effects of these movies, even though they're 10 years old,
They're still fucking fantastic.
fucking amazing.
I mean, can you remember the first time those pirates just like stuck their hands in the moonlight and you're like, holy shit!
that was impressive to me, but like the most impressive thing in that movie is the whole Flying Dutchman and Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the behind the scenes, when they shot that movie, they did not have any makeup on. They only had grey suits on.
That is fantastic.
So all of those characters are full on like motion capture CGI.
Kudos to the special effects team.
And
Like,
the
holy
Kraken's
shit.
animation.
Yes.
The Kraken's animation was fucking amazing. And the music as well. Hans Zimmer. Klaus Badelt did he did a part of the soundtrack, and then Hans Zimmer did he did all three of them completely, but he was the sole composer of 2 and 3, which explains why 2 and 3 had the best music in my opinion.
Well, it also explains why the soundtrack is so fucking epic.
Yeah.
Because Hans Zimmer, holy shit.
Yeah, fucking knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. Okay, so I think we're gonna get into the kind of reviewy part of it.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Duh.
Jack Sparrow.
Duh.
Okay, cool.
Like, how can you have a different favorite? Well, do you?
Yes.
Who?
Davy Jones. Davy Jones is my favorite character of any Pirates of the Caribbean character ever. Love him so much. Bill Nye is a fucking... He's amazing in these movies.
No, he's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
It's just so many tentacles.
And he's not even the science guy. He's like the actor guy.
Yep.
So, least favorite character then. And I'm not gonna accept like, oh, that one pirate that like delivered his line stupidly.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about like a character. in the
character.
movie. It can be Pintel and Rigetti. It can be the monkey. It can be.
No, I mean, besides... Oh, jeez, I hate the monkey, but that's just because I have a thing against monkeys. I think maybe Elizabeth Swann.
Oh, how so?
She's pissed me off a lot. Yeah, she's just... I mean, her character development was great. Because, I mean, she gets all badass in the end with the whole being pirate queen and everything.
I
but-
think that's why I liked her in the third one, because
Yeah.
she was so fucking awesome.
Yeah, but that was in the third one. The rest of the time, you're like, oh my gosh, why are you being so pathetic? Oh.
Yeah, especially in the first one.
Like, at the end of the second one, she started getting a bit cooler. I mean, her
Yeah.
turning point was kissing Jack Sparrow to make him stay on the fucking ship.
Yeah.
That was it. That's when
That
she
was
changed.
like, you bitch.
Yeah,
But it
I was like, yeah.
But it was like a good you bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was her turning point for me. But for the rest of the time, I'm like, okay, I understand. That's your character because you have to further the plot, but still annoying.
So my least favorite character is actually Will Turner.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
He is...
I mean, if Elizabeth Swann is a little crying bitch, then he's worse.
Yeah, he becomes a little crying bitch later
Yeah.
on. No, like, he's, like, supposed to be this, like, I'm the hero of the story, that kind of thing.
He's really not, though.
Yeah, exactly. He's really not. But he's, like, his character is, like, written to be the heroic guy. But he's just annoying. He's like Jack Sparrow's sidekick who just wants to steal the limelight the whole time. That's how I feel about him. It's not that's not how it was supposed to be, but that's how I feel about him. And yeah, he pines over fucking everything, and he's very like super serious, and maybe that's probably why, but there are so many super serious characters that play well off of Jack Sparrow that he's not necessary.
No.
The best bits of him, in my opinion, is when Jack Sparrow gives him shit about, oh no, he's a eunuch, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think maybe the funniest part for me was the one moment where he asks if Jack Sparrow has always been the way he is.
Yeah.
And he just kind of does that little body movement.
Yeah.
Which I think was improvised.
Yeah.
So I think he's just a very poorly written character. Not poorly written, just
boring.
He's boring.
He's
and
boring,
his
that's the
character
point.
is terrible. Like,
And like the most
he's-
interesting thing you can do is make him the captain of the Flying Dutchman at the end.
True, but even then, you're kind of like, damn, boy, you're so pathetic. Like, nothing he does in any of the movies is kind of like, okay, I am sure about this decision. He's always like, no, I'm trying to save Elizabeth.
Yeah, he just keeps on pining about like Elizabeth has she has her love
Yeah.
story, but she also has like other motives.
Yeah,
Will's motive is love.
yeah, that's it. It's Elizabeth. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, everything is about her. I'm
And
like,
it's supposed to be sweet and stuff because
No.
it's supposed to be sweet at the end
no,
when he
it's just, oh.
No, I'm also cringing about it. It's like, ugh, you know. But all I'm saying is Elizabeth actually has motivation later on.
Yeah.
He does. His only motivation is some pussy.
I think for her, there's character development. For him, he doesn't change at all.
His development is he puts his heart in a box.
But that's circumstances. It's
I know.
not.
No,
not-
that's what I'm saying. That's all he gets.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
Enough ranting.
Oh.
Okay. Your favorite movie out of the three?
First one, definitely, hands down.
Okay.
The second and third one, yes, the special effects were great. The costumes were fantastic. Some of the scenes and the settings were just absolutely stunning, but it just got too convoluted for me. It's subplot within subplot within subplot. At some point I was like, okay, why are we doing this again? Is it the heart in the box? Is it Davy Jones's locker? Is it the East Indian Trading Company? Like, where are we now?
No, I get that. The third one is my favorite. Like, it actually goes down 3, 2, 1 for
Yeah.
me. 1 is my least favorite out of the 3. When I first watched Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, and I didn't know there was going to be more, I just watched it and went like, it's okay.
I watched it with my parents and we walked out of the cinema all freaking out about, and my sister obviously, all freaking out about Jack Sparrow and his little intro scene. Like, oh my gosh, how can you be that epic
Yeah.
and that ridiculous at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
everything he does was just like, I didn't expect that. And then the zombie pirates was like, I didn't expect that. And just everything was like new and exciting. And I was like, it's the first time in a while that I had seen that kind of storyline. It was
Yeah.
everything was fresh and exciting. And it was so fun. It was a lot of fun.
And that was the one that was based more on the
ride.
in case you didn't know, this was based off a ride at Disneyland. Or Disney World? I can't remember.
I think most Americans know that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the third one was my favorite because it was the first one was important. I don't say like I won't ever say that the first one wasn't important at all because it was a good movie. I'm not saying it's a shit movie either. Like,
No, but I can understand that you could actually not watch the first one and then just jump into the second and third.
That's true.
I can see that.
That's true, but I'd still say watch all three. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, the third one is kind of like where it all builds up to, and that's why I liked it so much because it was the penultimate thing. But the third one and the second one, like the second one is a close second for me because, like we said, they kind of gel into each other.
Yeah.
I fucking love both of them,
Yeah.
but if I have to decide, it's At World's End. I fucking love that movie.
And Calypso's a badass bitch. Also, a subplot that we forgot to throw into the summary.
Yeah, the person that Davy Jones fell in love with was literally the sea, Calypso, which was Tiadalma, the witch.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna like put in some trivia here.
Woohoo!
Random trivia section.
Hopefully it's stuff that you didn't know and are excited
Yeah.
to hear about now.
Okay, so the reason why Johnny Depp, the reason why Jack Sparrow's character is who he is because Johnny Depp went, okay, cool. Well, I kind of see the all the pirates of those times as rock stars. So he met Keith Richards, the guitarist from Rolling Stones, and he based his character on Keith Richards, which was very like, what's the term? Like he's very casual. He's very like chill, you know, silly. Then, fun fact on that, Keith Richards actually plays Jack Sparrow's dad in the third one. Another piece of trivia is that, okay, so Bill Nye has a condition with his hand. I don't know if you know this, but he has a condition with his hand that his fingers are always in one position. So his pinky and his ring finger, and I believe on one of his hands, his middle finger as well, it kind of like, it's always in one position. So it's kind of like spasming in. And Davy Jones has a crab claw, and that's the reason why Davy Jones has a crab claw.
Nice.
Because of because of Bill Nye's hands. Another interesting fact about Davy Jones is the guys who made who modeled the characters, they could not find a texture that worked well on Davy Jones. They modeled him everything, but they could not find a texture that they like. So what happened was, one of the designers found a styrofoam cup that had coffee in it, right? And he was like, wait a second. Then he scanned it in, and then he put it on Davy Jones, and it looked perfect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, octopus is
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
With coffee, like, inside those grooves.
Ugh.
Yeah. And that's how that texture came about.
That's pretty awesome.
It's so cool having stuff like that. Well, just having that kind of...
Yeah, I love behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you want to watch these movies with fucking awesome behind the scenes stuff, try and get the special editions because they have the best behind the scenes featurettes I have ever seen in movies. Another piece of trivia, well, it's also behind the scenes kind of thing, but that whole fight at the end, on the ships and everything, was shot indoors in a huge warehouse. That warehouse is so huge that it actually has its own weather patterns inside.
What?
Actually, it actually has its own weather patterns.
That is
inside.
insane.
And they built the ships on these like huge hydraulic pivots so that the ship can move and stuff.
Okay, I missed the behind the scenes stuff. I'm going back and watching it right now.
Yeah. I lent her my DVDs, so I will always recommend someone watching that. Someone who enjoyed these movies, go watch the special features.
Heck yeah.
What else is random pieces of trivia?
You can see Orlando Bloom's Lord of the Rings tattoo in one of the scenes in the first movie.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because all of the Fellowship members got tattoos.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think most
All
of
the
them.
actors who
Yeah.
played in the movie got matching tattoos. Yeah.
And I think it's on his wrist somewhere. And that scene where he's actually fighting Jack Sparrow for the first time, you can actually see it at some point.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it was intentional or not.
No, I don't think it was intentional.
not
It
not
just kinda
intentional, but like, if was it something where they were like, no, you can show it.
No,
or was it an oversight?
It's kind of like it's so quick you don't really notice.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
mean,
even
like
notice that.
who looks at wrists all the time?
Yeah.
In movies, unless you're like a wrist person. Yeah,
You know who you are.
you know who you are.
And also on the special features, the bloopers are fucking amazing.
Bloopers are the best.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough random trivia, but I would recommend, if you want to watch some awesome trivia about these movies, go to the YouTube channel. I'm actually going to link them at the end. Screen Crush and Did You Know Movies. Awesome channels, and the videos they did on Pirates of the Caribbean, I did not do them justice. Those trivia those trivia videos are fucking amazing. So yeah, I think we've basically reached the end of the review. Is there
Yep.
anything else you'd like to talk about in the movies? Oh, there is one piece of trivia. There is one piece of trivia that I would love to add. And this is fan speculation, but I personally think it was fully intentional. Okay, so when was the last time you watched Star Wars, the original trilogy?
About 6 years ago now, I
Okay,
think.
do you remember in the third movie where they saved Han?
Yes.
Where they did the whole mission to go save Han?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That was recreated in Pirates 3 when they went to go save Will Turner and to get the map.
Okay, now I have two things that I need to watch again.
Like I said, it's fan speculation, but I personally believe they did that as an homage to Star Wars.
Yeah, that would be pretty badass.
I love these movies. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I fucking love these movies so much. 2 and 3 are my favorites. And we do have, on separate pieces of paper, in the hat, number 4 and number 5.
I want to save those for later, though, until
Yeah,
the sixth
yeah.
one comes out. Then we
Yeah.
can do 3 again.
Well, it depends on if we pull it or not. We haven't cheated yet. So, I'd like to ask, would you recommend Pirates of the Caribbean 1 to 3?
Well, if you haven't seen the movies, then hell yes.
Okay.
Like,
Even though you weren't a fan of 2 and 3.
no,
And you don't think they're terrible.
I don't think they're terrible.
You just preferred the first one.
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah. No, I loved the first one. The second and third one were like cool, a little bit too much action for me. It's kind of one of those Can we get past the car chase scene kind of vibes for me?
I get that.
But no, definitely. If you like pirates in general, if you like the ocean, if you like sailing, watch them.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and same from my side. Like, go watch them. Make your own mind up about which one is your favorite. If you haven't watched it yet, of course. But if you haven't watched it yet, why are you listening to this?
Because some people actually want to know if it's worth watching or not,
It's
and they
worth
don't mind
watching.
spoilers.
It's worth watching. It's like, to me, and people are gonna stone me for this, but it's on par with Star Wars in my opinion. It's one of the best trilogies I've ever seen. But yeah, I think that's basically the end of our review, and it's nearing the end of the episode, and we will be taking stuff out of the hat.
Yay! Haven't done this in a while.
And it's Naughty's turn.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I will provide the drum roll. What is it?
It's a movie.
Ah!
Swan Princess.
The Swan Princess. Oh my god. Whoa.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, that
one.
makes me happy because it's like I thought it was gonna be like, oh, fucking, fucking Godzilla or something, or Mad Max Fury Road or something.
No, I would be happy with Mad Max.
No,
anyway,
all I'm saying is that's like kind of
different.
an obscure movie.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
It is pretty obscure.
Well, and different from the stuff we've been doing.
Exactly.
It's so
That's
pretty
what-
much
But that's what I'm so excited about.
heroes and stuff.
Hell yeah. No.
We
no,
got a princess, y'all.
I'm super excited for this for the next episode. All right. So, lastly, just to wrap this up, Naughty would like to give us a challenge.
Yeah, okay, so what I would like you guys to do, because this has been on my mind a lot lately, just like how we enjoy ourselves and how it's very hard for some people to just be alone and enjoy being alone. I've done this before, so I know it's a lot of fun. Go watch a movie by yourself.
Actually, at the cinemas.
Like at the cinemas. Yeah, I don't mean sit in your house and watch. No, I mean
Because I'm pretty sure everyone's done that.
Yeah, go out, go to the movies, get a popcorn, get a drink, just like really enjoy it by yourself.
I haven't done that in years.
Like really just enjoy being there and by
I used
yourself.
to do that all the time. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm interrupting you the whole time.
No,
but,
it's fine.
yeah, I used to do that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah. So, guys, if you haven't tried that before, I urge you to do it.
And it's not a lonely, like, feel sorry for myself kind of thing. It's just like, I'm going to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a movie that your friends aren't too psyched to see.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure we've all had that moment where you really want to watch a movie and no one's keen or no one
Exactly.
has time or money or whatever the reasons are. But then just go by yourself. I don't know if you have issues about it or you're nervous about it. Just remember, no one really cares that much about what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's not supposed to sound, like, depressing.
No, it's not depressing. It's just people care a lot less than you think they do.
Yeah, so
go
don't
ahead.
feel self-conscious.
Yeah, go ahead and do something that you want to do that you're a little scared people are going to judge you for. They're really not.
And going to the movies is a good, like, small step in the
Yeah.
right direction. Because you might feel a bit braver after that.
Oh, absolutely. It kind of shifts your perspective on what you can and cannot do by yourself.
It makes you independent.
Yeah.
Like, that tiny step forward in, like, no, I can do stuff on my own. I don't mind.
Try it by yourself. You might be pleasantly surprised.
It's a very different experience. But
So
good.
yeah, that's my challenge for this week.
Yeah. But that's the end of the episode. And we will see you guys next week. Or not next week, the week after, because
Yeah.
it's a bi-weekly show now.
Yes, we will see you next time.
Next time. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to leave comments of suggestions that you would like to see in the hat. We have received a few, and we're adding them slowly but surely. And that's not going to stop anytime soon. We're just going to put every suggestion we have in the hat. If you like this episode, please consider giving it a like. If you'd like to listen to us some more, there are a few episodes, but please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. But we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Bye.